The Green Room at Lift Vancouver is brought to you by Cloud9 Cannabis Coaching. If you have suffered from anxiety, chronic pain, or depression, like I have, you know full well how debilitating it can be. Brady Sparrow, founder of Cloud9 Coaching, specializes in microdosing cannabis to help her clients lead more balanced lives. Whether you've been using cannabis your entire adult life or just now learning about this incredible plant, Brady's simple microdosing guide will help you find the perfect balance in just 1 month. Brady is about to host her first 30-day challenge called Find Your Cloud9 in 30 Dope Days. I'm doing it and you should too. So why not go over to cloud9coaching.com and join us. Be sure to use coupon code JACQUI, JACQUI, for a special Green Room discount.
What's going on, everybody? It's Les from Cannabis.Wiki. We are here at the 2.0 Lift&Co Cannabis Business Conference and Expo. I have the president of CFAM, Gerald Major.
Yeah.
I got our cannabis social influencer, Jackie Childs.
Hey guys.
And I have Nick. Nick, what is going on with you today, sir?
I'm just here doing
Flower Hour
podcast.
Podcast.
I'm here doing some podcasting. I'm kind of doing a man on the street kind of thing, and just having fun. Like this is a fun event. Like the swag is obviously a piece of it. And,
How much fun?
It's like summer camp, but it's winter, so like everyone kind of gets together, and like I see my friends that I don't normally see on a week-to-week basis. I get to hang out with like super fun people, and it's the cannabis industry is a bunch of weirdos. It's great.
A bunch of weirdos.
Are we fun or weirdos?
Both.
A little both. Oh my God. Nick's from Windsor, right?
I'm from Windsor, Ontario. So like Windsor, we're the kind of the land of the macro. We have Freya and Tilray and a bunch of the big guys around. But like there's some interesting stuff going on in Windsor, kind of in the ancillary markets, but also just like we're right across from Detroit. So Michigan is legalized. We kind of get the best of both worlds.
Wow.
Where, like there's some fire being produced in Michigan and some amazing concentrates. So we like to think of ourselves as like Detroit's nicest suburb. So it's an awesome place to go. Like we have so much there, and it's such a kind of cool town. So like I like repping Windsor a lot, and it's we are kind of this place that we produce everything.
How did you come to the cannabis space? How did you end up in the cannabis space?
So I owned a restaurant for quite a while, and I got tired of the hospitality life. So I've been working producing essentially product development for edibles, product development for other companies. So I have a consulting firm, and I essentially work in research and development methodology. So that's the boring side of my life. I do a lot of spreadsheets. I do a lot of shred grant writing and that kind of stuff. So it's not super fun stuff, but it's
important stuff.
It's important stuff in this industry, and hopefully I can kind of extol some of the organization and methodology lessons I learned in the kitchen and I learned in manufacturing, and bring them to the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
You've gifted me a chocolate hot pepper cookie.
Yes.
Why are your cookies different or better than what's out there?
I wouldn't say.
Well, tell us
different.
your.
So I as a chef, I learned that you have to source. You have to have a supply chain, and finding the best partners in your supply chain creates the best product. So I've sourced butter from a Amish creamery, and that butter has a higher milk fat. It creates better fats, make better food.
Is there Amish people in Windsor?
There are no Amish people in Windsor.
So where do you source it
So
from?
you have dominated
I'm
market.
going to keep that secret.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta spill all the tea when I'm with Nick, but he's not gonna say anything on the Green Room.
I'm going to keep the secret because you have to keep that supply chain secret. But that higher milk fat butter creates a better edible, and it's just a richer cookie that stands up longer.
It's really good.
It's like we have a cookie, but we have other stuff too.
What do you have?
We have fudge.
Oh God! You didn't bring fudge.
Fudgesicles? Do you have fudgesicles?
Fudge on the plane sometimes doesn't handle things
Fudge
well.
doesn't travel well.
It
But your
travels
Cheerios
okay.
do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Has Gerald had
forgot about
Cheerios?
that. Yeah. We last lift we made infused Chex Mix. So
infused
kind of a
Chex
Chex
Mix.
party mix. So we did like a almond coconut chocolate and a actually one that tasted like, for a better word, it tasted like Fruit Loops. So we did like a Chex Mix that tasted like Fruit Loops.
Yummy.
So we used some molecular gastronomy techniques, and we're able to infuse Chex Mix. So it's those little kind of innovations that chefs know, but like maybe CPG doesn't know, that we can play with in this industry But right now, we can only play with it on a social level where we can make it at home and we can share it with our friends.
What's hope for you? Like, so it's 2020 vision, stars are aligned. What's the next big thing for you? What's your hope in this cannabis space?
Right now I'm working on a project with a cultivator, and that cultivator hopefully will be going to market in the next year to 18 months. And then also my partners and we're looking at doing a few different micros. So essentially taking micros that are in our region, some people who are working in the legacy market or have worked in the legacy market, and then some people who are just really passionate about cannabis and doing it differently, and kind of daisy chaining those micros together and creating something that is more than just a few factories. It's kind of an experience where you can come to Windsor, Essex, and you can do something that might be more hospitality based and fun. Like
Colasantes? Only for cannabis.
If we could get Colasantes powdered donuts and we infuse those, I think we might have
it's
a
a
winning
cactus
product.
place in Windsor.
I think a good place for those would be that donut shop at Wonderland. Eventually. So the parents maybe can tolerate the rides, you know?
The little itty bitty donuts.
Let's talk patience for a while.
Yeah.
We've been around the culinary side, and you're making it fresh and new and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Who says that patients can't have fun taking their medicine? But
Absolutely.
you are also a stand-up guy. So why don't you tell them about when we met and the
Yes.
great work that you guys did with CFAM?
Yeah, so before the Flower Hour podcast, I was one of the producers and hosts of the Cannabis.Wiki podcast, and we did a thing called the podcast mashup, and we did that in Toronto. And the podcast mashup was really, really fun because we invited CFAM to come along, and they actually did a lot
Well,
of
you
heavy
donated the proceeds to us,
Yeah.
my friend, and
So-
Hope for Health.
So yeah, between you guys and Hope for Health, we raised $35,000 for your organizations.
Wow.
And we got like 20 different people to come in and interview. We had a silent auction. We had a joint rolling competition. And
for
it was a super fun night at the beer market in Toronto. And me and Gerald got to hang out and like meet each other and have a good time.
Being Gerald, what does that mean? No, not for here.
Gerald and I
I
guess.
thought we were just fine. I thought we were all grooving. But you've taken your Clark Kent kind of life that you said, data and spreadsheets,
Yeah.
and then you've added the Superman part, where you can create a lot of fun, man. Love seeing you all the time. And your boy Blue.
Yeah, Blue as well.
Yeah.
Blue's super fun. Are you having Blue on? Is Blue coming on?
I don't know.
I don't
If Blue
know.
wants to come on, he
Maybe
gets
if
on.
we have a minute for Blue.
He
Can
gets
you run
on.
and say hello?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, wave.
Let's go, Blue! Right in the back here, bro. We're taking pictures. Don't be shy. You like the cookies? We got a visitor to the show.
The green room has gone awry.
We're just talking about the great work you
Daryl.
did for us last year in the
Hi,
name of
Daryl.
corporate social
Pleasure
responsibility.
to finally meet you. I'm
Nice
Bill
to
Blue
meet you.
with the Catalyst for Crank.
Oh,
How you doing, yourself?
I know.
You want
Okay.
to come on after?
Yeah,
Excellent.
we've got some podcasting to do. This man is great.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
I've been on his show 5 times. He hasn't given me any swag, which is pretty damn disappointing. But he does give me cookies.
Yeah. You're like
one
a
of the
cookie
best people I
monster.
met in South Detroit. This man right here.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
man.
say, he doesn't brag or he doesn't like boast
That's
about all
why
the
he's-
stuff
that's why he's
doing
the
in the
shit,
community.
yeah.
He's just like, I have a podcast and I make some cookies.
Yeah.
He does all
No.
this stuff.
He is
stealth.
Superman.
He's stealth.
He is Superman.
He is connected. We're hoping we might be doing another weekend in B2B back in Leamington, and we expect him and his group to be a big part of it as well. It's,
Awesome.
Cool.
It's great to have in South Detroit, as we call it, a community of manufacturers start. And I imagine you talked a little bit about manufacturing.
Yeah, we did.
Absolutely.
We did.
And why do they call you Blue?
Michigan. When I was signing up for my Reddit handle, my season ticket package was on my desk, and I was like, "What am I going to call myself?" Now I'm in like companies' email systems as Go Blue. First name Go, second name Blue.
Okay,
Oh, you're on my phone.
Yeah.
That's how you are on my phone.
But no, I'll come back. Thanks
You
for
let us
inviting
know.
me up.
Thank you.
This man's great. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun.
We're having a
Leading
great
you.
time at
Yeah.
Lift. We're totally having a
Absolutely.
great time.
You guys take care.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Well, thank
First
you.
guest. Our first guest.
Yeah.
We didn't know if you were for real, so we had to
That's our
validate.
first guest. It's like our
That's what I bring. Anarchy comes.
Cookies
comes
and
walks
Blue.
up.
Live. It's live.
That's what we
So
do.
what can we expect from you for the remaining of 2020?
So the Flower Hour podcast comes out about once a week. the show itself is kind of stoner core. It's me and one of my childhood friends talking about movies and pot and culture and hip hop. Tim is an electronic musician, so he does all of the original music for the show. So we create kind of like an atmosphere in the show, and then I have interviews for people in the industry. I like to talk about like more about passion than about business, where it's like if somebody from the cannabis industry wants to come on and talk about sports, I have no problem talking about sports for an hour with somebody from the industry.
Right.
We have a bunch of weirdos with different backgrounds coming into this industry. I want people to let their free flag fly and have some fun.
Do I qualify as a weirdo?
Do
I qualify as a weirdo?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
And you just said weirdos
I was
were
going to say no until
fantastic.
you wore that shirt.
Are you in the same studio or a new studio?
Yes.
Same studio.
On the
We switch
spot.
studios, Drew Led Road. So like we
studio.
broadcast from a up and coming neighborhood in Windsor. Windsor's had tough times just like Detroit has. So we decided to work out of his studio in a neighborhood that might not be the nicest neighborhood in the city, but it's in resurgence. We have coffee shops. We have an amazing taco place across the street.
Yeah.
So
Those
if you
are
ever
the
come to
nicest
Windsor,
places.
we take care of our guests and we bring them out as much as we can.
You still owe me a visit, don't you?
Yes, you do, sir. You need to come, and I'm
I
gonna
actually
take good
paid
care
for
of
that.
you. I'm gonna take good care of you, sir.
All
So
right.
where can you be found online?
You can find us at Flower Hour Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We are on Facebook, but we don't really touch Facebook that much because we get in trouble with Facebook because we're cannabis. So those are the two places that you can find us best. And then also we have our blog spot. And then we are actually, me and some partners are launching the Win City Network. So it's a network of podcasts out of Windsor and Detroit. And we're going to be covering all topics: sports, news,
Music.
aspirational business people, and then also music as well. So yeah, we're covering
Really, really cool.
covering lots of stuff.
Thanks for coming on the green room.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for spending time with
Love
us.
it. Love it. Guys, that's it for Lift&Co's 2.0 Cannabis Business Conference and Expo. The Green Room. I'll see you soon.
Sticky.